Good morning. It is now Wednesday, April 8th. Um, I enjoyed reading your story ideas. I think we have a lot of good stuff coming up as far as ideas for different stories. Thanks for those who did meet in the Google Meet yesterday. Um, there were some good questions about the projects. If you're still getting stuck in writing stories, there's been some ideas about creating different categories of artwork. You could find some things and kind of do like a bracket type of thing. The key here is that you have 25 slides that includes your title and your credits, and there is linking happening between the slides. That's the interactive part, as this class is trying to teach you how to create interactive media, that you have some connection between the slides. So I'm going to start today talking about the project requirements so that you, as you're in your planning phases and production, that there's nothing hopefully that you forgot there. So this will be posted in the classroom tomorrow. The idea is to create an interactive story, and I'm even going to modify that. Maybe a gallery. You could do like a car builder or something like that if you could kind of find different images that could be added or different variations, like choosing something. I know storytelling isn't everybody's strong suit, but maybe you can think of something to do with that. The key there again is that the audience makes a decision. It should have an image on each slide and that plays throughout the entirety, and music playing throughout the entirety. And then we did talk about doing the planning. Actually, I'll take this out of here because you guys did this today. So I want to just focus on the final part there. And you are going to make a poster image in Google Drawings, including a title, your name, QR code, and a link to your public file. So today I'm going to go over the whole part with Google Slides. Tomorrow I'll talk about music and creating the poster image. That way we kind of break it up a little bit more. Okay, so in the breakdown of your grade, so you get title on your titles, or your text included should be a title on your first slide and an introduction that gives background information about what the viewer is trying to do. Each slide should tell what's happening, so there should be text kind of guiding you what to do, and for that 25 slides. Your final slide should have credits, the writer, programmer, artist, music. You can kind of modify that a little bit as long as your name's in there. That would be sufficient. So that's our text. For images, again, one per slide just to create some visual interest, and the DVC logo going in the credit slide. And that is linked right into here. Okay, so going back here, we'll talk a little bit more about, actually, I guess, no, I'll just stay talking about this. So your advertisement should have the title, a brief summary, what it's about, your call to action, as it's called, just right in there, scan this QR code to play. So we'll talk about creating that QR code a little tomorrow. Produced by, that's again putting your name in there, the DVC logo, and that QR code should work. And try to think about elements of design, so it should be balanced and have contrast. So no empty spaces. I'm really against kind of the white background unless it's really intentional. But just kind of similar things we're talking about to create something visually appealing. Talking about unity in a different sense, your plot should be connected throughout. So if somebody's going to spend the time to read it, hopefully it makes sense. Music playing across, I will touch on that a little today. I gave you the link to Bensound, which is a good source for that, and we'll talk about that again, how to do that tomorrow with music. Functionality, all the links should go to the right place and no dead ends. It should always, it should ultimately go to your ending slide and your credits, or say you lost or try again or something like that. All right, you're going to, as we usually do, put your link to your shared document in the Google Plus community. We're not going to be able to do this, are we? We can't really print right now because of our situation here. And so actually we don't even need this either because your music is going to be part of this. So we'll say Google Slide. We're going to have the link to your Google Slide put up here. I'll just say uploaded to Classroom. So that means you should have it turned in there. And I will have a link to this survey in there also. So we'll do this all in here. All right, I think that point value will all add up to be the same. All right, so that is what the project is in a wider perspective. Now getting to your actual project, what I'm going to do tomorrow also is I'm going to give you for Wednesday, all right, I will give you a template to use, all right. So this document here, all right, is all kind of programmed. So you can just go in there and kind of fill in your details. What I find to be especially useful about this is that it has page numbers on here, all right. So it's really going to help you to make those links, because the process of doing this, the technical aspect of it, isn't difficult at all, but your organization will make a difference so that you know which slides to go to. So probably also what we should be looking at is if we looked at the flowchart or one of these things, whichever way you did for your planning, you should be looking at this. So this is your first scene, kind of, or that's just kind of describing your name. The title of your story would be really your first slide, all right, and this could actually be the start of this also. You could have these two combined, but then, you know, probably on this, so they're kind of getting here, click here to begin, all right, and then all right, so your first question would really be what's happening on this page. All right, so you would write your question, and then you would probably have two, actually, I guess more so this one. So you can look through this template, and if you don't need certain slides at the beginning, I would probably have your title, all right, and then kind of maybe a click here to begin. So really, I would probably take this information here and put it into here. So let's see if well, actually, I'll let you guys decide if you want to eliminate things and copy and paste. So what's happening on this slide is that this word here is a link. All right, so if we want this to go to give this interactivity, because if we present this, all right, and it turns to the hand and it goes to our next slide. All right, page 3 would be our first scenario, kind of, I guess actually page 4, this would be your first scenario. So you have two choices. So choice 1 goes to here, or we can return. All right, and actually that's a pretty nice thing to do as well, is have those returns, because if you wanted to change your mind, then that would allow you to go back there. So using this template has some nice features built into it. All right, so what you want to do is, you know, if you're, I'll probably go there, your first scenario here. Now you're probably going to want to change this to your own text. So let's just say, for example, you could go to the red door or the blue door. All right, so if we highlight red door and then click on link, actually, so the one thing I don't like about this is you can't really see all, I guess you can scroll down. All right. So ideally, what we would want to do is make this page 5 probably red door instead. And then page 6, blue door. All right, and I can make this box a little bigger. So now if I go back here and I highlight this and click on my link again, and then go to slides in presentation, There it is. So slide 5 we can see here, but since it has, I think it goes by that text in there, it's going to recognize that. And then this one, just do the same thing. Alright, so link slides in this presentation, because you're just going to another slide, and then blue door. Alright, now if I present this, so red door, alright, as I see there, I go back, blue door, and it goes there. And that is really the only thing you have to do to create this interactivity. So like I was saying, it's not hard to assign the links. You're just highlighting the text, and then you're activating you're inserting a link, you're making a hyperlink out of there, and you just have to make sure that your slides are kind of named correctly. So there's a couple ways you can do. You can go about doing this, writing out, filling in all of your slides, and then coming back and doing your links. Or you could kind of do how I just did it, in that you work with one slide. So as you kind of work in one direction, you would have your two choices, and then make the two slides for those choices, and then make the branches off of that. As long as you can see that you have enough slides to do that, because you don't want to have to make any different types of additions in the end to fill in. It kind of makes it a little difficult that way. Alright, so for tomorrow, I think you should get all your text, get all your pages linking, or maybe put in your text and your pictures and do your links on Thursday. However you want to work and going about it, it's really up to you. You can also make links out of pictures, which you do need a picture on your slide also. So we're going to just do insert image. If you have stuff in your drive or your photos, you can use that. The easiest thing though, I think, is to go search from the web, and you get this little pop-up over here, and I would say red door. All right, so maybe I want to do that, and I can just drag this over. All right, and then, so actually that's not on the right slide, so I'm just going to cut, Control X, and then Control V to paste, and I can do the same thing here. And you do have all kinds of formatting options. So if I want to crop that, maybe get it just tight to the door, you can do stuff with that. Oops. It's got to turn to the two-way arrow, not the four-way arrow. So now we have this, and I can say insert link, and then do the same thing from here. So I can make that a link as well. So if I test that, I present and click on it, and there it goes. It goes to that. All right, so that is where I'm going to stop for today, so that you do hopefully not get too overwhelmed. Make sure again, so I would like you to post your progress today. I want to see some information there. So when we do share, we're going to do get shareable link, and want to make sure that anyone at Ocean County Vocational Technical can view it. And then just do copy, and you can paste that into either the class comment or put it into Twitter. All right. So hopefully that's all makes sense. Of course, always you can ask me questions, email me. I can do a one-on-one if you need to. And I look forward to seeing what you guys create. Have a great day.